The Falla was an old gas-rigged pearl lugger created for the Australian pearling industry that lasted between 1870 and 1960. The pearling industry was not after the incredibly rare perfect pearl, but instead were after the oyster shell itself, made from the same material as the pearl, referred to as naq. The main interest in the material came from its use of making buttons, and this nearly sustained the industry for 100 years. Mother of pearl is found widely across Australia, from shallow coastal waters to deep oceanic. However, there are two main hubs in the Australian pearling industry: Broome in West Australia and the Torres Strait Islands. In the beginning of the industry, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people were used to dive down to the sea floor and retrieve pearl shells. However, not long after this practice started, pearl shells became increasingly rare in shallow waters. This led to the introduction of diving gear, which consists of a bronze helmet, a canvas suit, 2 lead boots, 2 lead chest plates. This whole setup could easily succeed a couple hundred kilos. At this point in time, this is where the industry really took off. With the new technology, this meant nearly an endless supply of pearl shells. By the end of the industry, many divers were diving up to 6 meters in depth. By today's standard, it is still a very dangerous dive. As divers were diving at such dangerous depths, many of them started suffering from the condition known as bends. A high percentage of these divers were dying. The lucky few that survived, they were stuck in crippling pain for the rest of their life. Many divers that still suffered from the bends figured out they could dive and would actually cure the symptoms of the bends. As this factor, a routine was formed for diving. 4 dives a day, 20 minutes on the bottom, and 2 hours compressing up and down. And at the end of the day, the divers would crawl up deck and smoke opium all night. In 1953, a pair of Norwegian brothers spent a year on a beach in Broome building a pearl lugger, and when they launched it, they named it the Falla. However, the boat was in the industry for many years. At the 1960s, a Swiss scientist discovered how to make buttons out of plastic, and the industry crashed overnight. The brothers soon tried to hand out commercial fishing and were quite successful. However, there was a new industry starting in the Emperolis Islands: crayfishing. The Falla was very successful in its endeavour to crayfish, so much so the brothers soon sold it for a new boat. In 1989, the year of Australia's bicentenary, the Falla was sold to a federal cop living in Cairns. It was interested in the business of taking backpackers out to the reef. As it was Australia's bicentenary, there was a reenactment of the First Fleet, which the Falla joined and sailed down to Cairns, and almost instantly started in the industry, and is still running today, after once changing hands again to the current operator and runner in 2002.